Alright. Here we are again. I know. It's been a few days. This is probably going to go up tomorrow, in all honesty. Or maybe I'll upload it tonight. Probably going to upload it tonight. This won't be the traditional podcast episode of me reading news articles, but rather I'm going to talk about 2021 for myself. However, I'm going to be right back and turn off my fan. Alright. Yes. 2021, quite the year, right? We went from 2020 being a lockdown into 2021 being a lockdown. And, we're probably going to go in 2022 being another lockdown because here in America, we love our state of emergency powers. We love keeping people locked down under the guise of, it's an emergency, it's for your own good. Well, guess what, motherfucker? I get to decide what's for my own good, not you. But we won't get onto that topic right now. I'm more or less here to, I'm going to review my year and how it went. It didn't go nearly as well as I hoped it would. Then again, who really has recently? Not many people's have, other than all these people that are somehow making millions, even though they're in lockdown. I don't know how you get so creative doing that stuff. I don't get it. Dottie, I'm recording a podcast right now, so can you go? Can you go? No. You're gonna be trapped there. She's surprisingly okay with it. Ow! Okay, maybe not. Really. You're welcome to get your own paw unstuck there. I love you, but sometimes you gotta suffer repercussions for your actions. Yeah, I'm even looking you in the eye while I'm saying this. Figure it out. I'll give you some minor assistance. There you go. Okay. So this year started off with me working at a tire company that shall remain unnamed for now. I worked at a tire company, or rather a tire shop, and I worked there for a good little bit. I actually really thoroughly enjoyed that job, and other than the kind of relative crap pay, it was a decent job. And the only reason why I lost it was due to a mistake on my part and another mechanic's part, but the other mechanic did not suffer any consequences as far as I'm aware. But, it's not his fault, theoretically. But whatever. Basically, there was an incident, and I'd rather keep that under wraps for now. Later on in the future, when... You know what? There's no need to keep skeletons in my closet at this point. I'm going to live my life my way, and I'm going to continue to be the same normal person that I've always been, even if I'd love to say I'm hoping this blows up in my face, but at this point, with how long it's been going on, of me doing on and off, and of course next year I'm going to be trying my best to upload a video every day no matter what. But if you can't tell by everything around my channel, I like weed. I do like weed. Marijuana is a very helpful plant. It helps ease my mind. It helps my pain. It helps me relax and be less anxious. So I'm going to get it out on record right now. I have smoked weed before. And in the future, I will probably continue to smoke cannabis. I don't even like calling it weed or marijuana anymore, marijuana was technically the smear name for it back during Reagan's campaign, but neither here nor there. We'll get into that later. I have a few more guests lined up, 2 more specifically. I'm sure you can probably guess based off of my last episode if you listen to it. Not nearly as much traction, that one. I was hoping that one would have gained some more traction. Oh well. Neither here nor there. basically, the mechanic failed to notify me, at least me in particular, I don't know if anybody else knew, that he did a brake job. And when you do a brake job on a car, you have to pump the brakes before you move it, because the brakes won't engage. And then I accidentally backed it into another customer's car. Immediate drug test. Failed it. Was fired 2 weeks later. However, before that 2 weeks was up, which is interesting. This was actually a highlight of my year, but now I'm looking back on it and I'm getting even more depressed because I was fooled by a car in my driveway. I met a wonderful young lady, and I guess I came into this year a virgin and I left it not. But I loved her. I did my best. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have invested love into it that early on. I'm still a learning and growing individual. But I thought she was really cool. She was a really neat person. Well, I should say they. Sorry. And I'm sorry if you ever hear this. They are a very unique individual, very awesome person, and I would still be friends with them if I could, but I'm afraid I ruined that based off of some words and actions I didn't entirely mean, but can't take those back now. That was a good few months, because I went from there and I worked at a gas station for a little bit. Started getting taken advantage of there, and that's one thing I'm highly against. So I'm not going to be taken advantage of. I will do work. I will enjoy, well, I won't say I'll always enjoy the work, but I will do work, and I'll do my fair share of it. But as soon as you start telling me how to do my job, as soon as you think I'm not doing my job as well as I could be, I'm not going to sit there and take that. Once I learn how to do the job and I start doing it my set way, and as long as I'm well aware of everything that's going on and am able to do things efficiently and effectively as humanly possible, stop making life harder than it has to be. But I started getting taken advantage of there, left that job, joined a union for a day. Here's a little thing about unions, and I don't know if they're all this way, so don't take this as word that they're all this way or anything like that. But they want you... Essentially, they're paying for your schooling, but you're also, like, working it off at the same time. I don't know. But they want you to do so much just so you can work. I'm one of those people that I just learn well on the job. Teach me how to do it on the job. That's how you get workers. That's how you get people who to know how to do things. Screw the lessons, screw the classroom. It's called experience. It's literally called experience. Because you do it, and then you get used to it and accustomed to it. And, well, they were going to be sending me all over God's green earth anyways, so I decided, fuck that. I'm not doing that. And I went home. Well, I went home after the day was up, because I was not interested in continuing to work like that, because it was summer, and I was originally trying to work with my brother and our backdoor neighbor, which I'm unironically trying to do again. And then after that, and of course, obviously, there were spaces of unemployment between all of these jobs that I had. After that, I went and worked at a factory, which I probably could have stayed at that factory for a little bit longer. And I was debating that night that I walked out whether or not I was going to stay a little bit longer, and I probably should have. But honestly, I heard not too long ago that that same factory just had a fire, and that was one of my main biggest worries, was like, I'm not going to sit here and hurt myself or be in harm's way for a factory that will just replace me within a day. Like, I don't know why people don't get that that's exactly how it happens. And, you know, maybe people do fully get that that's how it happens. But we shouldn't let ourselves be literally treated like that. It doesn't make sense to me. Why are we working in this broken system where we are literally just another employee number? Like that's the whole point of me doing this. Is at least it gets me out there. It actually gets the raw, authentic me out there, and that's even if I'm not able to edit these videos, even if they're not as high production quality as I'd like them to be, it's still me. It's still me. And I love that. And I'd rather do that than work for any company that will just replace me within a day. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to because I don't make money off this yet. And not that it's about the money, but I'd rather at least be able to pay my bills. And maybe one day it will, but I'm not going to sit here and dream about that. I mean, I am. That's the whole point of this channel. I mean, look at the name. Come on. But that's not all that it's about. And, well, I mean, in between me, I believe, quitting Casey's, or maybe just a little bit before I quit Casey's, my ex broke up with me. I don't think it would have worked anyways. She was 24. They were 24. And I just turned 20. I mean, hell, at the time of her taking my V card, I was still 19. And they had just turned 24. So that's, I guess, I mean, I'm not trying to focus on that really at all, honestly, but you know, quarantine's not easy for any of us. It certainly hasn't been easy on me. But I'm also going to turn this video around and make it a bit more positive and tell you what I'm going to do for 2022. Now, obviously, I can't, and I haven't been smoking any because I've been trying to get a new job. But I will tone down my usage of it, at least for next year. And maybe further. Probably further. But I've got 3 big things on my list. Any of you that know me or any of you that have been around know I have an antique sports car. If you're interested in what kind it is, I was thinking of keeping this quiet, but you know what? Honestly, I don't know, man. I'm gonna flex a little bit, but you know, it is what it is. There's not much I can do about that, but it's also because like it's an easy to identify car. But let's not go there at all. It is a 1960 MGA, or well, I'll say it in proper order. 1960 MG MGA Mark 1 1500. And it's a sleek little car. It's a nice little car. I actually just finished paying it off, I believe, this year. Did that, which is amazing. Managed to do that with the last little bit of money I had from tire shop I worked at and everything. Fantastic, amazing, beautiful. On my part. I also bought, not going to give a specific year, but a Chevy Impala off of my older brother. It's my daily driver. And then I've got this stupid idea. I don't know why I'm doing it, really, but I told my dad, I mean, I tell everybody this. My dad has a 1977 Corvette, and I am... What, Dottie? Why are you yelling like that, huh? Well, I don't see Salem. Oh, I see Salem. Okay, whatever. Can't do much about that right now. I'm in the middle of this. My dad has a 1977 Corvette, and he's going to drop a new engine in it. And I am going to take the old engine and put it in my 1997 Chevy Silverado. Just for the fun of it. Just say I have a Corvette engine in my truck, because why not, right? Why not, you know? Why not? Now, of course, it comes with its own things, like he wants me to pay for the machine work and the engine work for his new engine, and I also paid off the new engine that he got. That was the three things: the parts for the new engine, the machining of the new parts, and the engine itself. And I could have the old engine. Basically, those are my three highest priorities for next year. Getting those done, getting it to where at least I can drive them. We just went live. I'm assuming critical. No, okay. Those are the three big goals for next year. Now, there's a few other things spread out through there. Different things I want to do. Actually, I have my notebook right here. So, you know what? Let me read them to you as I listed them in my notebook. Because I went through, I wrote them down, and I wrote them down in the order that I wanted to do them in. Let's see. The first thing is my Impala. Its tires and TPMS are... Well, the tires are bad. I actually have one that has a slow leak. The TPMS light. There's just one sensor that's probably broken or something. Dead battery, who knows. The second part of my issue for my Impala is that, it's currently wintertime, and if I don't get around to this before wintertime ends, I'll wait till the end of this upcoming year as of tomorrow. Its heater has some issues. Yeah. And I kind of combine that with there's this weird clicking noise in my dash. So, obviously, if the heater stuff doesn't get worked on before the cold is over, it's just going to be mainly the heating, or the clicking noise in my dash. I just kind of lop these two together. Simple, makes it easy. And then the third part is my windshield wiper reservoir is not hooked up. The tube came unhooked somehow. Don't ask me how. Wasn't my car until this year, so... And the windshield wiper reservoir apparently goes into the front right portion of the fender, and I don't feel like taking it all apart to do that, so. Some pet care stuff. I'm actually getting a new bed. My dad ordered me a bed for Christmas, and this is actually kind of an upsetting little factor here. He ordered me a bed for Christmas. It would have been here relatively soon, but then they canceled the order for us, and rose the price, so I'm assuming they wanted to get more money out of us. Well, then we just ordered a new bed. I'm getting that. But my animals, I have two cats that I don't want to get torn up by the German Shepherd, and I don't know the breed of the other dog downstairs, but there's also another dog, two other dogs. One of them gets along with them. So I keep them up in my room, and my own dog, my own personal dog, my bestest friend ever, Shorty. Sometimes they'll throw up on my bed, so I want to get like a plastic wrap or bed protector sheet for my new memory foam mattress. So I'm not even going to bust out the mattress until I have that. And then I had this other weird idea where I want to push the levels of comfort that I can have for a bed. And I want to get a memory foam topper for my already memory foam bed to see just how comfortable I can make my sleep. Because why not, right? So, okay, so I guess I was making like the vehicles the main three-ish, but these are things that I'm probably going to be able to do in between and doing all that. But the next thing is the MG. The MG has no radiator reservoir or reservoir tube, so I have to get that fixed. Gotta turn the page. A new fuel pump. I mean, I have one on there that works, but I'm going to get one that's better. Tires and rims. And front brakes. And I also got to tighten up the rears, but I already did those. I've been wearing the same clothes since high school, guys. Like, I graduated in 2019, okay? It's about to be 2022, so 2020, 21, yeah. Literally 3 years. Definitely need clothes. And I haven't exactly gotten good haircuts or anything, but I've wanted long hair, so I've got long hair now. So I just need to get it trimmed, dead ends trimmed, get it evened out and everything. And then this is where we come to my truck, which is a yeah, which is, it's got the Corvette engine replacement, the tires, and the windshield. After that, I need a new phone because mine's all cracked to hell. The phone case, and I always get glass screen protectors. I want to start going to the gym, and I'm going to start tracking my bills more. And then, of course, don't know if you guys know this or not, but I do want to try and become an actor. I do want to try and act in some things. Even if it's just something as simple as what Markiplier does. Like, I long to work with Markiplier. Markiplier is such a cool guy. But, kind of got to get there first. All of that stuff. And then there's some offshoot stuff that really doesn't matter if it happens next year or later on down the road. But, I got a scratch in my second monitor, which is where OBS is open, so you don't see it on this screen over here. Do that. Replace that. I need more hard drive space. I'm running out of that, or solid disk drive space. I've got an amp and sub. I'll just need to buy speakers for my Impala, but I'm gonna do that too, hopefully. Tint the Impala's windows, because every car, not every car looks slick, but I want my car to have tinted windows. It'd be freaking dope. I need external, so an external hard drive or SSD. I want to just take all of my stuff off, try and switch out all my hard drives and everything. And I want a third vertical monitor for my PC. So obviously I don't have the desk space for it right now, but later on down the road when I do, I want to be able to do that. And I want to be able to read chat because I'm blind even with my contacts in. I have to have really large text. Work on my dirt bike that's in the basement. My PC case has some issues, so I want to get a new PC case. Guitar restrung and various acting, editing, and music lessons. But yeah, those are my basic goals. I'm sorry that that's so loud. I don't mean to be like angry or anything. No, I just kind of do things over the top sometimes. Those are my goals for 2022. The main ones I know are all the way up to where I just said, like the Impala amp and all that stuff, an external hard drive and SSD. But those are the main things that I want to get done. I want to also dedicate myself to recording videos every day, which, now that I think about that, I want to write that down. Just to hopefully remind myself as I look back in here and check things off. Give me my pen. Record every day. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. That'll help me remember. Not that I really look at that thing every day, but yeah, neither here nor there. Record every day. I feel like there was something else I was about to say there, but I guess that's really about it. I don't have any other major plans or ideas, anything like that. I don't know why that's unplugged. Oh well. But I guess at this point there's nothing else for me to say. I know I seem like I'm a little out of it, and I am a little. I had one really good thing that I always thought I wanted, and that was a relationship, and I lost that. And maybe it's just now hitting me, or maybe I've known it all along, but refused to accept it or something. But honestly, at this point, I'm using it as fuel to dedicate myself to becoming better. Actually, reminds me exactly of what I was about to say. I'm no longer going to be vaping. I used to vape. I haven't taken a single hit at all today. My brother offered me a hit today, but I said no, politely. It's just not good. It doesn't help you. I mean, after that, literally after like the first, when you first do it, you get like 2 or 3 Nick highs if you do it in a row like that. And I'm talking like within the same day, within the same hour, more or less, if you do it like that. But after that, it doesn't do shit for you. And it doesn't do shit for me. So I'm going to tone down my smoking. And that's the first step of it all. But also my smoking of el cannabis. But don't get me wrong, I'm still going to occasionally, every here and there. But I need to get a job. I need to focus on bettering my life and bettering myself and being happier with myself, which honestly only I'm in control of. And that's why I'm not focusing on the fact that I lost a relationship, because even there I was worried that at the end I knew it was gone. I knew it was over already. So I hope you all are doing a fantastic day. And I hope you have a fantastic New Year's Eve and a even better new year. Let's make this a good one. And I will see all of you beautiful bastards and bad bitches next year. This is your captain, Dream Slayer, signing off.